as we said, Chris James is wearing 34 for Thomson, and I can't quite see him on the ground at the moment, but there'll be a few changes. I would thought it looks like Jason Stein might be starting in the middle for Thomson. We're just about ready for the start of the first term here at Godfrey Street. And some unfamiliar players in the middle for both sides. Rick Humphrey, Greg Mervyn, and looks like that might be Dean Oakley with Jason Stein. Dean Oakley might be actually starting in the ruck against Peter Moore.
Actually, both sides are pretty much as in the paper, you know.
Well, there you go. It's an amazing thing. Start of the first term here at Godfrey Street. Bannockburn and Thomson. Round 6, and I think we've got the siren went on for a bit long there, but it's off now, and Oakley goes up. Humphrey gets it down to Mervyn, gets the first kick away towards a vacant centre half forward, but it's all Bannockburn. Clinton Shaw traps it and can drive it back to whence it came in the centre, going for Nayland. Goes up, Aitchison, great tap away, on towards centre wing. The numbers with Thomson. Highland, good talk out there too by the Tommy Tigers. Mervyn gives Mitchell a shepherd. He goes towards centre half forward, but getting back there and taking the mark is Peter Moore at half back for Bannockburn. I better not call them the Tigers this afternoon. So Peter Moore drives it back towards centre wing. Going up Rowan. Good punch away by Aitchison again. Broome at the front of the pack. The boundary line might beat him, and it is over the boundary line for a throw in. Just going to take a bit of time to get used to those purple shorts, actually, Eric, isn't it? Yes, a bit different, but boundary throw in. Oakley up against Moore. Moore taps it to the back of the pack. Great play, David White, who's starting in the middle. Goes with the right foot kick to a vacant centre half forward position. Ross Dillon makes up a lot of ground, can't take the mark. Off the back of the pack, Broome. He's ripped off it by Rowan. No free kick. Over the top of it now, Fanning. At the back, Aitchison. He's ripped off the football as well. Can't get it free. Goes towards Clark. Still at centre half forward. Now Broome gets free. Little left foot kick towards Andrews at centre half, at full forward. And that's a bit of a soft free kick to Bradley, but he got it, and he will take the free kick in between centre half back and full back for Thomson.
So Bradley now recovering the footy, going back, and yes, certainly in those purple shorts they look different. Goes to the social club side. He's picked out Clark beautifully, but good work by Humphrey. He's got the ball to ground. So on centre wing, it's picked up now by Shaw for Bannockburn. Drives back towards half forward. Dillon overruns it. Brett Harding, nice little handball to his teammate coming through there was that was Naylor, and he's grabbed with the footy. Well, the umpire said he hasn't got rid of it, so penalised for holding the ball. Didn't have much opportunity. And Clark, it's Gann for Thomson. Drives towards centre wing, and up high over the pack there was Shaw. Clinton Shaw of Bannockburn takes the big mark in front of our broadcast position. Plays on now, drives to true centre half forward position. Great lead there by Andrews. Can't control the mark. The ball's kicked back to the middle, and David White, sitting back in the centre circle, takes the mark comfortably. Goes wide to the outer side. The lead is from Ross Dillon. Takes a chest mark, decides to go on quickly. Little chip pass. It's a grass cutter. The umpire has in fact paid the mark, and it's Matty East, the left footer on the correct side. He's probably outside 50. Decides to bomb it long to the goal square. It's a nice looking kick. In fact, well, off hands, and that's what he's there for. Brett Harding grabs the ball on the goal line and has just popped it through on the left foot. So that's the first goal of the day, and it's gone to Brett Harding of the Bannockburn side on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Bannockburn now 1 goal, Thomson yet to score.
Good goal there by Brett Harding, Pete, off the back of the pack. You just have to screw your head around the corner there, okay? Just lean out from the commentary box a bit, that's all.
So I was getting in the way of Eric there.
Oh, no, never get in the way of Eric. It's okay. He can lean further. That's all right. Back in the middle, umpire Hay has the football. Moore up against Oakley. Oakley's got a good spring on him. He gets a hand to it as well. Clark's there. Coming off the half-forward flank was Maharis, but Clark puts Gatt under pressure. Peacock, loose ball. He gets pushed in the back by White. No free kick. Delahant's there. Handball. Back to only Mitchell at centre wing for Thomson. Gets a right foot kick. Back towards Highland, and Highland takes the mark in between wing and half-forward flank for the Thomson side. Lead on by Troy Maharis. He goes in that direction now. Might not quite make it. Off the hands at the back of the pack. The numbers with Bannockburn across there. Giles gets it wide, and I think the boundary line may beckon before Wentworth can keep it in. It does, and it will be a boundary throw in about 35 metres around from Thomson's goal. Kicking to the eastern end in this first term. Boundary throw in now. To the side of the pack. And Oakley off the side. Colliger runs away, backs himself, runs through centre half back, takes a bounce. He's got wide now towards Zane Carroll, who takes a great mark. Does he? Yes, and he's off. And he was running. He was 5 metres in front of the ball already. He goes long towards full forward. Bradley and Andrews. Bradley read it better and takes the mark in front of the drainer. Wants to switch play to the outer side. Goes now with a wobbly punt kick looking for Greg Mervyn. Up against Broom. Broom does well. 1 against 3. Sees it over the boundary line for a throw in 40 metres around for Bannockburn's goal.
That was a fine defensive effort on the half-forward line from Broom. That sounds double Dutch, Cal, but 1 out against 3, almost no chance, and he's kept the ball in the forward line.
It's a good save there.
Back in the play now by Naylor, and no, neither ruckman can get an effective tap. Armstrong wanted to go across the goal, then he comes back onto his left foot, high kick towards centre wing. 1 against 3. Thomson, Highland, punch away, goes to David White at the front of the pack. Screws it around the corner, back to whence it came. Big pack develops, Rowan in front, can't take the mark, got a free kick for over the shoulder, and it will take it.
And that ball seemed to hold up in the bruise there, just a bit more than we thought. So from the full-back line, Rowan drives to the centre circle, up high, taking the chest mark is more of Bannockburn. Doing a good job in the ruck. Plays on now with a handball to Delahan. He goes wide to half-forward. Well, it's a good contest there, Naylor and Aitchison, but on that occasion the assistance of Sabali Armstrong is used for the Thomson side, and off his left foot he dribbles along the boundary line and over, through centre wing, outer side here at Godfrey Street. Moore and Oakley doing the ruck work, comes in. Oakley jumps high, but Moore gets it to the back, and certainly with a third punch gets it forward. Little handball to give to Colliger. Colliger, the, well, absolute worm burner along the ground. Unfortunately, Andrews can't take the mark in there for Thomson. The ball comes clear from Bradley, and it's taken by Greg Mervyn on the half-back flank. So Thomson under a bit of pressure in the defensive area at the moment, but Mervyn goes long to centre wing. Up high and just grabbing the fingertip. Is that Oakley?
It is.
And doing a good job in the ruck. It's a good contest, he and Moore. Oakley now drives further along the flank. Oh, up high there. Not marked, not taken. Comes to ground. Pushed along the ground. Picking up there is Greg Mervyn. Tries to crash his way through a tackle. Gets a little left foot kick toward the boundary line. And as, well, good solid contest there. Forbes, Marcus Forbes, and his opponent. Good hip and shoulder, but the ball eludes both of them, out of bounds between centre wing and half forward flank. 7 minutes first quarter, 1 goal Bannockburn, Thomson yet to score.
Clinton Shaw from the ruck contest, tried to get it down to the front of the pack. Oakley's in there fighting hard on hands and knees as well, and can't get it away. Free kick found though, it's going to go to Bannockburn, and Stephen Gadd has the football at half back for the Bannockburn Tigers. He drives it towards the middle of the ground. Aitchison in front of Naylor will take the mark easily. And we'll go back, try and switch play. He tries to handball it off to Mitchell. He does so. Gets a quick kick under pressure towards centre half forward. Luke Forbes has to go up against Big Moore. Does pretty well in the contest. Goes to the side of the pack. Handball to Gadd. Back to Matty East. Oh, he's wrapped up. Got a handball away somehow. Goes towards Nick Maharis. Can't take it with him. Off the hands from East now. Goes to Gadd. He's away at half back. Goes towards centre wing. Rowan, who doesn't judge it as well as Colliger, who does. Gets a kick around the corner towards half forward. Harding has to lead in the race for the football. Which way does it bounce? Towards him as well. Gets a half a Shepherd, then he runs back towards centre wing. Can't pick it up. Ripped off the football, should be a hold. And is. And it will be a free kick to Brett Harding on centre wing.
Quarter time AFL in Canberra.
There you go.
Kangaroos 3-5, St Kilda 3-3.
So at Manuka it's pretty close, 2 points between the Roos and St Kilda. We're keeping you up to date this afternoon with scores from the 3 AFL games on a Saturday afternoon. Wonders never cease. Harding goes towards the lead of Andrews, chopped off by Mervyn, got a hand to it. Bradley, handball to Mervyn as well at the standing start. Centre half back goes towards the middle of the ground. Maharis and Peacock. Oh, Maharis, strong hands. Nicholas, handball outboard to Dean Oakley. Good running from the ruckman. He goes with his right foot towards Marcus Forbes. Can't take the mark. Turner against him. Now he's on hands and knees. Gets a push in the back. Gets a free kick. Mick Turner, good experience. And he'll take it from half back for Bannockburn.
So Turner now waiting for the ball to be returned from Robbie Giles. And gee, there's some good one-on-one contest. The little handball there to Clinton Shaw. Nice pass to Broom in the centre of the ground. He takes it and goes on quickly. Drives over the centre now towards half forward. Off hands has come down to Clark. Tried to go left. Ended up going right and found Ross Dillon. He also on his incorrect foot, but he's chipped it across over the top to Colliger. And Troy Colliger, 30 metres out. Fairly acute angle. Has taken the mark for the Bannockburn side. So it really, Cal, it's been between half forward and half forward so far most of the day, hasn't it?
Yeah, Thomson's back line are definitely under siege, and they've probably let themselves down a little bit, Bannockburn, those last 4 or 5 minutes. They've had it down there, but just haven't capitalised, but here's their chance now.
So Colliger moving in. Not a bad looking kick off the boot, but everybody's moving across to the side. It's offline to the right. Only behind to Troy Colliger and to Bannockburn on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. 1-1-7 Bannockburn. They lead Thomson yet to score. We've been playing now 9 minutes into the first quarter.
Kick in will come from Sabali Armstrong. We've seen, we saw a couple of weeks ago that He certainly knows how to kick the footy, and he'll have no trouble getting the distance. Well, he goes short. There you go. You give him a rap for a long kick, and he finds Marty Rowan at centre half back. Handballs off to Aaron Bradley running past. Goes with a right foot kick towards the leader, Rod Peacock. Over his head and Delahant. Luke Forbes doesn't get it. Wentworth, the chicken, can he get it? He can't pick it up, and Forbes gets him high. Should have been a free kick. None forthcoming. Broome, he's ripped off the football, but they've got the numbers again, Bannockburn. They give it to Clinton Shaw. Gives it to Matty East. Runs through the middle. And a free kick. No, it's against Peter Moore, I think, is it? And it will be... No, it's going to come back to be a free kick to Clinton Shaw. Well, I can't see why that wasn't advantage, but anyway.
35 metres.
Clinton Shaw's got it at the back end of the centre square now for Bannockburn. So he'll take the free kick and goes to the right foot towards the lead of Carroll, who goes up early. Can't take the mark off hands. Mitchell's there, had it, lost it, got a free kick for a too high. No, the umpire said play on. Spins out of a tackle, was Oakley, was very good. Got it to Humphrey, to Stein, got it to Menzies running off the half-back flank. Runs around centre wing, terrible kick off the boot, goes towards the boundary line. Didn't probably have much to kick to anyway. And I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there with the ball kick, Dale Menzies, and it's out of bounds at half forward for Thomson. It's Bannockburn 1-1-7. They lead Thomson, yet to score. We've been playing 10.5 minutes in the first term. Boundary throw in Peter Moore and Dean Oakley. Two youngsters in the ruck, Moore from behind, Highland as well. Goes to the side, Mervyn tried to tap it on, goes towards Humphrey. Does it sit for him? No, it doesn't. He throws it out to Mitchell. Mitchell gave it to Mervyn, he gave it towards Armstrong onto his left boot. Lead on, good kick too, and good pace by Troy Maharis. Take a good mark at half forward. Not happy with the treatment Robbie Giles gave him as he walked over the top of him.
Well, actually, he should have got it taken off him for what he did then.
So Troy Maharis got it probably too far out to score. He's going to be kicking from about 55 metres out. He's an accurate kick though, Eric, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
I hope Peter Walker's listening. 10 goals, 3 the last time we saw him play. He kicked 8 goals last week.
He's got, if anything, whatever bruise is behind him, so he's got a chance.
So Troy Maharis lining up. He'll be kicking from 55 metres out. He comes in now, right foot, not going to make the distance. In towards the square. Peacock went up, probably nearly could have marked it, but just a little bit of a push from Peter Moore. And it's off hands and through for 1 behind. So the first score on the board for Thomson. They are 1 behind. They trail Bannockburn Hall 1-1-7. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, short chip in for Bannockburn has come to Ross Dillon in the back pocket. He's chipped it short again and found Mick Turner between full-back and centre half-back, but back into the corridor. Centred the ball a little, the Bannockburn defence. Umpire bringing Forbes back on the mark. Turner goes wide and finds Naylor on centre wing. And mark for the Bannockburn. He's on the defensive side of centre wing. Now he chips back into the corridor. Oh, gee, it's a dangerous kick. And, well, Clinton Shaw not up to it because picked up by Nick Maharis. He's had a pot shot at goal from 40 metres out and it's gone right through the middle. So that's a mistake from the Bannockburn defence. Jumped on there by Nick Maharis and he's kicked the first goal for the Thomson side. They go to 1-1-7 on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Level now with Bannockburn 1-1-7, 12.5 minutes first quarter.
I think they let Ben Naylor know too about that.
I think they might have too, didn't they? And Andrew Atchison going back with him towards half back. And, well, good thump away too by Luke Forbes. Good defensive play at half forward. And Nick Maharis said thanks very much and kicked the goal. So, all square again at Godfrey Street. Umpire throws the ball in the middle. Moore and Oakley, they go up. And Moore gets it down, off hands towards Humphrey, handball to centre half forward, standing start. Most people except Stephen Gadd, who had it and lost it. Forbes is against him again, that's Luke Forbes. Good tackle, Wentworth there as well. Oh, he loses it, Forbes has done well. And coming through, Nick Maharis nearly got a trip. Coming through the middle, Clark, he gets wrapped up. Mervyn through the middle as well, it's pretty tough. Handball out to a vacant space. Bannockburn with the numbers. They try and break free again. They go kick off the ground by Steve Delahant. Goes out wide. Might be okay if it sits for Ross Dillon. Does it sit for him? Yes, it does. Can he get around Peacock? Yes, he does. He goes with his left foot towards centre half forward. Matt backing back Menzies. Great punch on by David White to a vacant half forward. Carroll runs onto it. Gets around onto his right. Short little kick around the corner. Looking for Broome and White. Broome gets a shepherd from White. Can run away on the boundary line and go with the right foot back towards Harding and Andrews. They go up off hands again. And through for 1 behind to the Bannockburn side. They go to 1-2-8 now on the Victory Trophies scoreboard, and Thomson 1-1-7. We've been playing 14 minutes in the first term.
Well, it wasn't a bad sort of a build-up, Cal, on the outer side there, but just didn't capitalise at the finish.
No, they just let themselves down just that little bit in the half-forward line, but they look a bit crisper, Bannockburn.
Savali Armstrong with the footy, decides this time to go long. It's going to land outside 50, and Aitchison, wonderful lead toward the boundary, and it's taken the mark there ahead of Naylor. And Gee, that's going to be a great contest as the game progresses, I think. Aitchison there for Thomson. Comes back towards the centre of the ground. Up high there was Bannockburn, can't take the mark, comes to ground. Picked up by Greg Mervyn again on the left foot from one step. He's got it to centre half forward. Ball comes to ground. Leading in the race for it, Troy Mahara's lovely little handball to Dean Oakley. Dean Oakley heads for home and he's kicked it right through the middle. So that's the second goal for the Thomson side. Terrific build up there right from half back. And Thomson on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, they take the lead, 2-1-13, ahead of Bannockburn, 1-8, 15 minutes gone, first quarter.
I think they're still telling Ben Naylor about that last goal too. They're down at the other end of the ground and Andrew Aitchison's still telling you about it, I think.
Well, Aitchy wouldn't do that, would he?
No, good finish by Dean Oakley there. And he's pretty mobile on the ruck. And a good option from Greg McLeod. He has played in the ruck before, up against Peter Moore. It's going to be a good battle all afternoon between these two. Umpire with the ball back in the middle. So Thomson with the lead, 6 points in front. Moore and Oakley. Boundary umpires found a free kick. Going to go to Bannockburn. One extra in the square, or one early movement from Thomson. So Peter Moore's got it in the middle. He's going to handball it off to Ross Dillon. But Jason Stein was standing right next to him. Rowan, good thump away from Broome. Coming through the middle does well. Now Oakley tried to tap it out the back. He did so to Mitchell. He gets ripped off the football. Still at just inside the centre square at half forward for Bannockburn. And we'll have a ball up.
Cal, you've got to be nothing but be impressed. Two top sides, their tackling is outstanding.
It's been good, putting each other under pressure all the time. And yeah, I'm not sure which way this is going to go. It was going to break open 5 minutes ago, but
Moore got it down. Sabali Armstrong, though, got the clearing kick back towards the centre play. Peacock tried to tap it on East, lost it. Mitchell's there, got one hand to it, and then tries to shuffle it out to Stein. It gets wrapped up by Peter Moore straight away. And it will be a ball up just inside the centre square at centre wing. Big pack around the ball as the umpire will throw it down with Moore and Oakley. Umpire throws the ball in the air now. It'll favour Moore possibly, and he gets it down, but only as far as Fanning got a kick away towards half forward. Delahunt was waiting for Shaw to come across. He didn't do so, and Luke Forbes did, but on his wrong side. His right foot kicked one behind, so they go to 2-2-14 now. Thomson. Bannockburn 1-8. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 17 minutes.
Robbie Giles waiting for the ball to come back from behind the goals. He's now got it in the goal square. Decides to come to the change room side. The lead was from David White. It looks as if he's being followed everywhere by Jason Stein. Ball comes to ground, and Christian Hyland is wrapped up with another fine tackle, and umpire has moved in, and we'll have the ball thrown up half forward flank for Thomson, kicking to the eastern end of Godfrey Street Oval in this first quarter. Good tap down to Humphrey. Little handball finally comes to Nick Maharis. Oh, great smother, Troy Colliger. Ball comes to ground once again. Kicked off the ground. Good use of the body there by Ash Perkins. And gets the ball. Sees a player further back. Good talking. Handball comes out to Naylor, but he's really good tackle there from Aitchison. Handball forward. Broome picks it up. Tries to break the tackle. Gets a handball to Colliger. Can he get the foot to the ball? He can. The lead is in the pocket, and it's Ash Perkins, who's run very strongly from between wing and half forward, right down to the forward pocket. The chip pass has found him on the chest, and from 15 metres out, 45-degree angle, he has the opportunity here to add to the Bannockburn score. Don't see Ash Perkins kicking too many goals, do we? And he moves now from the pocket. He's it's a nice little in swing. What's it done? He's got it through, so that's a very good goal for Ashley Perkins. The second now for Bannockburn. They go to 2-2-14, level with Thomson, 2-2-14 on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. 18.5 minutes gone, first quarter.
Didn't look good for a while there, Cal, did it? It was just
I thought it
my golf swing, inside out.
I thought it might have gone behind there, but
the goal umpire's closer, I think. Back in the middle.
There's a fair bit of fooling in this, Jace. Behind
some
the play
good
when the
tackling
ball
too,
went
isn't
to
there?
Perkins.
Great tackling.
And when your players tackle, they get a bit frustrated, don't they? You don't like getting thrown to the ground.
no, testing each other out here.
So back in the middle, Moore up against Oakley. Umpire throws the ball in the air now. They go up. Moore gets it down towards Clark. Can't take it with him. Off the wing was Fanning. Punched back by Delahunt. Went towards Moore, the big man. Pee-wee Clark's in there again. Handball to Colliger. Good vision on the outboard looking for East, but Humphrey runs back, but East did well. Just read the play better. Goes with a left foot kick. Oh, Zane Carroll by himself. at centre-half forward, takes the mark, pushes back quickly. Andrews gives him a lead. He goes in that direction, but he goes further afield looking for Harding, who's in front again, over the back. Oh, coming onto it was Ross Dillon, didn't sit for him. And Aaron Bradley's keen to see it over the boundary line. He does so in the right forward pocket.
Wasn't a very real bad kick off one step from Carroll there. Keller must have covered 55 metres.
That was a nice kick, wasn't it?
So thrown in. And it'll be, Perkins is down there. And Nayland. And also Marty Rowan and Aitchison. They'll go at it. Nayland pushing the back. 1 to Aitchison. So he's winning that contest at the moment with 3 kicks. 1-0. And in the right back pocket, it'll be Andrew Aitchison with the football. You go, the lead's on from Rod Peacock. It's a long lead too. He came from centre-half forward. It's over his head, and the numbers with the Tigers. That's Bannockburn. Clinton Shaw, right foot kick short to Aaron Broome, who holds it at centre-half forward and takes the mark.
Broome's probably been a revelation in the forward line, JC. You know, we know him as a backline player. Stephen
Winner's been saying that he's their best player so far this season.
Is he?
Yeah, consistency-wise.
The games we've seen, very creative.
So he comes in now. We're kicking from about 50 metres out. Comes in, runs very close to Marty Rowan on the mark. It's going to land in the goal square. Ross Dillon goes up, big thump away, and a good thump away too by Andrew Aitchison. It's through 4-1 behind to Bannockburn. So they go to 2-3-15. They take the lead by that point. Thomson 2-2-14. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 21 minutes played.
Armstrong again, long kick this time.
There's that kick.
Well outside 50, and great mark out there taken by Oakley. One grab, that's how they need to take him. He chips it over the head of the players. Christian Highland in centre wing runs onto it, kicks it further forward for Thomson. Over the head there of the leading players, comes to ground. Good use of the body by Troy Maharis. He's got rid of Giles. Handball comes back to, is that
Luke Forbes.
Luke Forbes on the left foot, and he's given a push in the back. Now that I'm going to suggest is an incorrect decision, because the ball landed through behind the goal. It's got to go back to where because the ball's got to land in the field of play for it to be paid down the field.
Well,
but
it's not going to be.
It's not going to be. The umpire's going to give the kick on the goal line. So Luke Forbes now with Mick Turner standing on the mark on the goal line will just pop it over his head, I'd suggest, and hope I don't preempt this. He's certainly done that, Luke Forbes. That's his first goal, and it's the third for the Thomson side. 3-2-20. Lead Bannockburn 2-3-15 on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Now 22 minutes first quarter, and Cal, a very interesting first quarter.
They'd have to be very happy, Thomson, at the moment. I mean, going into this game, as we said earlier, with injuries and whatever, and most people were saying, look, you know, they're going to really have their work cut out, but to be in front, and yeah, they're playing quite well.
They're looking pretty pumped up, actually. A few of the boys in the middle. There's a lot of shouting, and a lot of yelling, and a lot of team stuff going on.
Rick Humphrey's generating a fair bit of that too in the middle.
Back in the middle. Oakley and Moore. Oakley goes up and gets it down. Clark had it, lost it. I think Rick Humphrey might be picking him up. He's been pretty influential, and here he is, Pee-wee. Gets a little left foot kick away. Menzies in front, play on, no 10. Well, the umpire then said it's the mark, so there you go. Work that one out. Menzies takes it at centre-half back for Thomson. Goes towards Luke Forbes again, who goes up. Can't take the mark. Wentworth against him. And can break away. Give it to David White at half-back. Goes with a right foot kick towards half-forward. Perkins gives him a lead. And the gripper takes the mark at half-forward. He kicks it over the top towards a leading Ross Dillon, also in there Broome. Aitchison from behind falls into the arms of Armstrong, gets a left foot kick away to Moore. Forbes with a run from behind. Luke Forbes, good mark. Oh, he showed up the ruckman there, plays on. Goes a left foot to a vacant half forward, looking for his brother Marcus. Over his head, Mick Turner's against him. Falls to the front of the pack. Clinton Shaw, run by Giles was fantastic. On the outside, goes the right foot kick towards centre wing. They're away here. They've got numbers. Colliger, he's got Matthew East in support. He doesn't use him. He takes a bounce, takes another one. He's still coming. He's at half forward now. Tries to drill the ball to Brett Harding. Look at that. That's great footy. And Bannockburn have got it through Brett Harding, 40 metres out directly in front.
You wonder whether the defenders were then, Cal, they got caught out of it?
That's about the first time, you know, they've been there all up until now, but yeah, they just let him loose, and they could pay the penalty here, I'd say.
Yes, well, they got loose on the wing, didn't they? Bannockburn had two, as Jason called it, and magnificent pass, magnificent lead. That's just great footy. We've got the Dennis Lilly run up again. Brett Harding.
Brett's always done this.
In the centre square. Moves in now. Oh, it's a shocking kick. He's laid back. I think we'll have to get Laurie back. And in fact, he's put it out of bounds in the full. Well, how often would you see Brett Harding do that? From 35 metres directly in front. My goodness. So the free kick now, Sabali Armstrong, of course, very quick to get back and get hold of the footy, and you haven't really seen this bloke kick yet, Cal. I can tell you what, he can kick.
He's probably better at kicking goals, actually, from outside 50. That's better looking, yeah.
So Armstrong, glorious kick, is going to land in the centre square over the top there of Highland. Running back onto the footy is Clinton Shaw. Goes one way, then the other. Finally off one step, drives it back towards centre half forward. Ball comes to ground. Good defensive work by the Thomson side there. Clark can't take the mark in the centre. Picked up by Oakley. A little handball across. Probably, well, that could have almost been one down the ground, I would have thought, but not paid by the umpire. It's picked up on centre. Well, it's not picked up. Comes to ground. Now it's picked up by Thomson through, well, the players looking for free kicks. Maharis, Nick, looking for one for a high tackle. Not paid, and the ball is over the band line. 25 minutes. About to tick into time on. 2-3-15 Bannockburn, though. Trail Thomson 3-2-20 on the Victory Trophy scoreboard.
Boundary throw in, Moore and Oakley both get a hand to it over the back of the pack. Falls towards Fanning, gets a clearing kick towards half forward. Mick Turner, and he should get there first, but Peacock knocks him over. They've got enough players, though. Steve Delahunt wants to switch play. Goes across the ground looking for Ross Dillon. Might be over his head, or he makes up some good ground. Ross Dillon takes the mark. Half back, short little kick towards Perkins, unattended, takes the mark. Troy Mahara stands the mark, and he's got his player. His direct opponent was Robbie Giles, and he's got the footy now at centre wing. Takes the mark, uncontested, plays on, goes with a right foot kick. He calls it Zane Carroll up. He goes up and he takes a good mark against Johnny Mitchell. Looks too strong for Mitchell at the moment.
He does.
Zane Carroll now at half forward. Lead was going to come from Andrews, but it's chopped off. Broom short, goes in that direction. Now Andrews gives him another lead. He goes up, and the drainer takes a good mark in front of Aaron Bradley. That could be a good contest as well.
Ooh, could be reversed here if they're not careful too.
Someone suggested he's had angry pools this year, the drainer.
Well, he'll be lining up from close to 50 out. Slight angle. So, Shane Andrews to try and put Bannockburn back in front. He comes in now. Left foot kick, and he's just pushed it out to the right, and it's stayed out there, so one behind. And they go to 2-4-16 now, Bannockburn, and they trail Thomson 3-2-20, Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 26.5 minutes played.
Often said left footers, Cal, they have the in-swing from that side, the right-hand side coming back, but Andrews didn't quite bring it back on that occasion. Armstrong there goes for the chip kick in, and he's found Dale Menzies on half-back flank for Thomson. He turns round, kicks it quickly towards centre wing. Well, right through Perkins' hands, but the handball comes from Thomson straight back into Ashpert. Well, it's a play in errors there, because Thomson handball to Bannockburn, Bannockburn back to Thomson, and finally the free kick's gone to Ash Perkins of Bannockburn for a high tackle. So Perkins now on true centre wing, outer side, looking for options up further. 27 minutes gone, first quarter. Long kick to centre half forward, off through the hands of Aitchison, but backing him up well there was Bradley. Ball is in dispute there, comes to ground, picked up by that was Johnny Mitchell, and well, Colliger picks up the crumbs in the centre of the ground. Always turned back into trouble. Now he gets a handball to Delahunt, who helps him out. Long kick towards half forward, over the head there of Carroll, but coming back onto the footy was Clark, and the boundary umpire, gee, this seemed a very, very late decision.
Slow.
The ball had been kicked and was almost in the goal square, and the boundary umpire was indicating it was out of bounds. So
I think that sun's a bit of a worry too.
Yes.
When you're looking at it, straight up the ground for the Thomson players in this quarter, and possibly the Bannockburn players in the next quarter, because it's in the eyes. And there is the siren for quarter time here at Godfrey Street, and it is Thomson 3-2-20. They lead Bannockburn 2-4-16, and goal scorers for the Thomson side, one each to Dean Oakley, Nick Maharis and Luke Forbes, while for Bannockburn goals to Ashley Perkins and to Brett Harding. So it's 4 points of difference at quarter time. Cal's going to go out and have a listen to both Greg McLeod and Stephen Winner at the quarter time break and see what the coaches have got to say. We'll take a break, and when we come back we'll hear what Cal's got to say about those coaches, and also have a bit of a talk about our matchday live coverage this afternoon. Thomson 4 points in front at quarter time, 3-2 to 2-4, and you're listening to Geelong Radio 100.3 FM, your home.